Right in. Oh, what a fucking day. What a day. What a day. What a bloody day. Oh, I don't know. So I've lost the connector to my radio. Mind you, the old one, spare one's got one on I can take off for now. I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose that one as well. But lucky I don't throw busted radios out. I still want to see if I can repair that one actually. Hang on. I've just taken it off and put it on the old one. I've got to see if I can get this off with a damaged hand. There we go, pops off. It popped off. It popped off. Oh, the thing is, it's fucking loose as hell. It's loose as buckery. No, I'm going to glue that one later. Oh, I was moving stuff around. I was putting all the bits and pieces into my component box. I'll put it down there for now. And I forgot I had a cardboard box right here on the corner. And I had 2 tin cans. None of those tin cans where you buy from the Poundland to save your pennies up, yeah. Like 2 of those actually cut open, and one of them was kind of like sticking out. I actually tripped over the box. I went flying across the bed, and I sliced my finger right across there, right under the nail, and there's a great big piece of skin flapping off. So I thought it just might be a shallow cut, but it just kept bleeding, and continued bleeding for about 5 minutes until I went out and I stuck it under the tap. I pulled the skin back to get any dirt out. That nearly made me fucking pass out. I cleaned it out. We don't have any of that stuff that you Americans use, that ointment stuff. So I just cleaned it out as best I can, stuck a couple of plasters, and then wrapped it around with that tape stuff. And I'll tell you, it is fucking painful. It is fucking painful, man. And I don't like seeing my blood, so that's probably why I felt dizzy. Lucky I didn't pass out and smash myself on the bloody on, you know, my head on the floor. That would have been fun, wouldn't it, eh? Waking up unconscious on the floor. How can you actually wake up from the unconsciousness? You can't wake up when you're unconscious. When you come out of the unconsciousness, you can wake up. Yeah. So, I don't know if anyone's doing a stream tonight. If they are, then I will cut it short. I think Dave was going to do one, but I don't know. I was going to go to my bushcraft today, but I didn't get to sleep till like 5 o'clock, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Hello, Jessica, Ian, David. So I kind of like lazed around in bed for a few extra hours. few extra hours. There we go. I'm not gonna look. I can't go on Facebook when I've got a stream going. Hello, Ghostwatch UK. Chop chop finger, bro. I'll tell you the worst one I ever cut. Right, true story. Was when I was a younger lad. I was working in the chip shop. The restaurant was there. At the back, you went out the gate, and they had like a big kind of like, well, it's not that big, but it was a unit where they stored, you know, their frozen like fish and all their potatoes. They had a chopping potato machine that actually made the chips. And I used to keep doing, you know, I was there doing the chips actually. And one day the actual machine got jammed, and I thought I turned it off. And I started digging inside it, and suddenly the chopper went, and I just pulled my finger out, and my fucking thumb was hanging off. My thumb was actually hanging. I ran across the road. I put it on water. The manager came and goes, "What's the matter, Steve?" Even my auntie May was there actually. She goes, "Oh my God, what are you bloody well done now?" I said, "I've cut my finger. I've cut my thumb. I cut my thumb." And she goes, "Just wash it, you know." So I was washing it. Then the manageress came in. I can't think what her fucking name is now. I don't really want to think of her name. But she came in and she saw my thumb hanging down. She goes, "Oh, I better ring up the ambulance for you." And I just like turned, and you got one of those paper towel things on the wall. As I turned, I just like went boom, smacked my head and landed on the floor. Anyway, that ambulance came down. I don't know how long is that actually unconscious for on the floor, but the ambulance came down. Went. I thought they were going to actually take me around the back way, but they didn't actually kite me on a stretcher through the actual shop itself. And there's my fucking, you know, there's my thumb hanging down with blood dripping all the way down the corridor, you know, down the actual shop aisle where people were like queuing up for their fish and chips and chicken and chips. So that was quite funny actually. Got to the hospital, they sewed it up, and I don't know if you can see that, but there's the stitches there. I had 8 stitches because my thumb was practically hanging off. And I had that in like a bandage. Well, I say hanging off, but you know, you could see the bone. Nearly went through the bone actually. So a little bit of exaggeration there, but you know, it looked like it was hanging off. But I had that in a, you know, bandage for several weeks actually. Then when I went to the hospital again, I had to like take stitches out, and that's bloody painful as well, just having the stitches taken out. Nearly passed out on that. See, with me, I'm one of those people who do not like needles as well. You know, I have had the time. Well, I've been to my local hospital for a blood test, and this crazy ass nurse, I think she must have been you, because she did not know what the hell she was doing. Now, when they do that, you know, try to get the vein. And, "Oh, can't find the vein, I can't find the vein. You've got small veins, haven't you, love? Oh, yeah, you've got small veins." So she goes like, you know, "Clench your wrist, you know, do that, you know, do that." So I'm doing it, yeah. And she's still prodding around. She goes, "Oh, I think I found one. Hang on a minute, love." She gets this fucking great big needle, and instead of saying like, it's going to be a prick, she just jabs it in, and she still hasn't got the vein, and she's like twisting the fucking needle in my arm. And I'm going, and I just fucking passed out, man. She had to call, like, you know, other medical assistants. She goes, what happened? What happened? What happened? She goes, "Oh, well, I put the needle in. I couldn't find the vein. It just collapsed." I thought, my God. So since then, I've really never liked needles. When I went to the hospital about a week ago, because my stomach was really giving me a lot of pain here, and I was in the bathroom quite a few times during the daytime, you know, having the old runs, the old diarrhea, and I was spewing up, throwing up a swell. I was sweating, you know, like as if I had what's that bloody medical term when you get bitten by mosquitoes? Well, anyway, I was sweating like buckets, yeah. You know, my temperature was really high. I was feeling dizzy and stuff like that. But I managed to, like, you know, clean myself and sort myself out and get back in here. And I'm sitting there for a little while, you know, kind of like still feeling dizzy. And it must have been about an hour later, I started feeling ill again. So I ended up going back into the bathroom, puking up again. And, you know, I thought, you know, there must be something seriously wrong with me, you know, kind of thing. So I rang 111 up and I told them what's going on. And they said, well, you know, like, I think you need to go to the hospital. I said, well, I don't know. I think I might be. She goes, no, like, let me contact another doctor and they'll ring you back. Well, about an hour later, I'm still feeling not too good, you know, kind of thing. And they rang back and I said, well, what's going on? I told them. She goes, no, you need to get to the hospital, have a good checkup. So they sent an ambulance around. And the funnier thing is, right, you know, I was able to walk down the stairs. I've gone to the ambulance and 3 things malfunctioned in the ambulance. I swear, 3 things malfunctioned in the ambulance when I was in there. One was not that little finger thing they put in your finger to monitor. I don't know if it monitors your heartbeat or your pulse. No, it actually monitors your pulse, don't it, I think. That malfunctioned twice. The thing that they put in your ear, that did not work the first time. So she took it out and like messed around with it. Put it in the second time, and it's something like really heated up hot. I said, burning, it's burning. She pulled it out. She goes, really? I said, yeah, it's burning. And she's touched it, it's like red hot. And that should not do that. And then the CG scan, they put all those stickers on and they're doing like a heart monitor test. That malfunctioned 3 times as well. They had to do 3 scans on me. The first one, it kind of like started to like take the heart rate, but then suddenly it kind of like shut down. So the second time she goes, well, look, you know, we'll do it again, but try not to talk. But she's talking to me and I was trying to answer her. And then again, it malfunctioned again. Then the third time, it kind of glitched out, but then it started working okay. And they was able to get like, you know, the proper, the graph out. And I said, well, it looks okay, but no, we'll still take you down to the hospital. And I didn't really want to go. She goes, no, I think you better go, love, you know, because you don't look too well. I said, yeah, but I don't like hospitals. She goes, no, you know, it's up to you. You know, you don't have to go, but, you know, if things change, you know, you start getting worse again, you'll have to, like, ring us up again anyway. So you might as well just go down for a checkup. So I said, oh, right, now I'll go down. You know, I didn't really want to. But because I thought the hospital was going to be really busy. But the hospital was fucking dead quiet, man. You know, even the, where you go in and you sign in to be looked at for the doctors, the waiting room was practically empty. So like, I thought, well, you know, I can't be taking too many beds up then, am I really, to be honest with you? So when I had to wait in the main corridor until a doctor called out. Then when he called me, he'd done one of those blood test things, you know, he stuck the needle in. Oh, fucking hell. I hate those needles. Now, how much blood he took out of me, I do not know. Why did they take so much blood out of you just to do, you know, some tests? That's what I don't understand, you know, because, you know, the tube, I thought, like, you know, when they take the blood out, the tubes were going to be like that small. But they're like triple the size now, aren't they, them fucking tubes? And you talk about 4 tubes out of me, probably about a pint of blood. You know, I wonder if they like fucking vampires and they draw more blood out and feed themselves on it or something, you know, bloody hospitals. So they don't need to take that all that blood. But anyway, they was a little bit concerned, like, you know, because I was having a lot of like chest pains as well on that same day. So just to be on the safe side, you know, we'll take a X-ray in your chest, and that came back clear. She goes, well, looks like you ain't had no heart attack or anything. Yeah, no, there's no pressure on your chest. I said, yeah, but I keep getting pressure. She goes, well, it could be like, you know, heartburn or something, you know, or something else. But the doctor came, you know, and saw me about 2 hours later, and he said it sounds like, you know, gastroenteritis. So I thought, right, okay, fair enough. He goes, let me just go and see my colleague and see what kind of medication we might have to give you. So he buggers off. And while I'm waiting for him to come back, I'm fucking on the phone, right, gastroenteritis. Oh, top 10 things you need to know if you have normal gastritis or gastritis flu. So I'm reading through the 10 things, and I had over 6 of the things listed. So I actually had gastroenteritis flu. Now, this was over a week ago, yeah. But, a couple of days ago, I thought I was having gastroenteritis flu again, but, because I was in the bathroom again, but it wasn't as bad. But I just hate going to the hospitals, man. I really hate hospitals. And a day, I sliced my fucking finger. Right, if you look at that finger there, yeah, where the nail is, I've hit the tin, and there's like probably, see the top of that pin there. If you double that, that's how much skin is like came off. It's not actually come off, it's like flapping off, kind of thing. And he was bleeding for a good 5 minutes, trying to stop it. And I thought, well, it ain't going to stop. So I went out and washed it. And I thought, well, the only thing I can do is do my own medical, I had to fucking find me bloody plasters. Because my mum sent me a first aid kit. And I went to go in there and I had no bloody plasters. So I had to go into my rucksack. Well, I've got a first aid kit where I go and take with me all the time when I go bushcrafting. So I've gone through my bag, I've got that out, and I just stuck a couple of plasters and some tape around here. And, no blood's coming out in a moment. I can see a little bit of redness there, but I put a lot of tape around it to hold the plasters on. Probably have to clean it again tomorrow. The only thing is I want to go to the bushcraft tomorrow as well, because I didn't go today. I've really got to sort this fucking shithole out, man. I really have. See, what I'm going to do, I was thinking of doing this. Well, I've got this here. I can't even see what I'm doing. This set of drawers here, it's just all postal labels, what I used to collect here. And I won't throw them away because they aren't worth a bit of money. Collectors do buy them, especially the Americans. So what I'm going to do is pull that out tomorrow or Wednesday. No, so if I go out tomorrow, it'll be Wednesday. I'm going to pull that out, shove that in the living room, and then I'm going to try it and buy some of those black boxes and just like fill those black boxes up and start stacking them there for a little while. And then what I'm going to do is my electronic kit, instead of having it right at the back on the window, it gives the cat a bit more space. And then I can put that on top of whatever I replace there, kind of thing. But, I'll try to start sorting things out today, kind of thing. But if I'm going to keep tripping over and like injuring myself, I thought, no, fuck it. No, because I've got a couple of these little printer things, yeah. And where I've been organising my trays, I ran out of tape. Now, I did buy some tape. It came last week. Guess what? Can't find any of them. So I can't continue doing that. I know it's over there somewhere. I started pulling some of the stuff over, but I thought, no, I can't be asked. So the radios I had down there, the radios keep sliding down. So what I done, I put them on the bed and I went over there and started like putting the radios over there. And I came back and I thought, you know what, I better put that stuff on there for now, which is on there, the box and all this crap on here. And as I went to do it, there's a box with circuit boards just underneath my bed, which I forgot was there. And I tripped over. And there's these like tins, like I say, in a minute, I'll show you one. This ain't the one, but you've got these tins where I used to like save money, and I've still got money in them, just like, 10p. Oh, there's a couple of pound coins in there. I didn't know there's a couple of pound coins in there. But the tin was up like that, and I slipped, and my finger hit it, and went in like that. And that's how I cut my fucking thumb open, well, my finger open. So I'm going to have to get rid of those. Go and buy a couple of new ones and throw them ones away, I think. Shit, I'm out of fucking drink. Oh, mate, I need to go and get a drink. Oh shit, I can't do the fucking sorting out Wednesday. So I've got some deliveries coming Wednesday. My circuit boards and some resistors. But, no. I'm going to do a car boot fair on Wednesday. Because the one I went to Sunday was completely closed down. And the other one I thought was open wasn't also open. That opens only Saturdays. But my daughter said there's one at Rains Park. And I think that's on Wednesdays and Saturdays. I'll have to check up on that. So I definitely want to go to a car boot. I've been for a car boot for years. And I want to see if I can find any old radios down there I can probably like hack. Oh, pardon me. So I keep getting chest pains. I don't know why. And I'm not eating nothing today. Not even had no soda or anything, but I'm going to have soda now. I could just keep getting chest pains right here. It's like heartburn kind of thing, you know. Hello, Liz. Hello, Michael. I'm going to burp in a minute, and you'll have to excuse me. But usually, when it's an ice cold drink like this is, within a couple of mouthfuls, you start belching. Oh, pardon. See what I mean? Oh, that's cold. So anyway, good night last night. Had Rose on, had Dave on. Hoping maybe soon me and Rose will get back and doing another stream. We're going to talk about doing another murder mystery, an unsolved case. Probably do one with Dave as well. Gonna have to talk to him later in the week. He did say give it a week or two because, like, you know, he's got a lot of other things like planned. So, yeah, I want to do one with at least, you know, both of them separately if I can. And then do a third one with them both together. If they're up for it. Oh, fucking killing me, this pain. I don't think, you know, it might need a stitch or two, but I'm not going to go down the hospital for fucking stitches. It'll heal itself eventually. You know, the skin will just like go back and start healing itself. I've had a cut around here when my mate Dave cut me with a knife when we used to muck around when we was kids. That was quite funny. We had pen knives, yeah, and me and my mate was round the corner and was like, you know, fucking around with these pen knives, and he caught me around the back and cut my neck just round here. And like, you know, I went home and my mum just stuck a plaster on. Gave me a bit of a bollocking for playing around with knives, but what is that? It's a little stick. So, yeah, when we was kids, we had some good fun. Who remembers the old little gat guns, pellet guns? Me and David bought a few gat guns for a few of us, and we used to go around, you know, shooting at each other. And then one day, all the girls was going across the fields, you know, my sisters, some of my neighbours, and, you know, Tina Roos and a few other people. And we started following them. and they kept screaming and shouting us to fuck off, you know, kind of thing. So we pulled out our gat guns and started shooting them up the arse with pellet guns. Now these were like little proper, you know, lead pellets. We're shooting them up the arse, and they were screaming their asses off, you know, running as fast as they could. That was good old days. See, the only thing is, this is what I don't understand with me, yeah? About a year ago, I could not remember anything about, you know, my days when I was a kid, you know. You know, my dad died of dementia and Alzheimer's. My mum's got dementia, and I think I must have dementia as well, but not, you know, like aggressive dementia. Because when you got dementia, that's where you can't remember things. You know, your brain doesn't function properly. But last year, I just could not remember anything about my childhood. Nothing. And not only that, I still kept forgetting where I put things, like, you know, even up to the day, you know, where I bought the tapes for these. I can't remember what I've done with them. I just do not know what I've done with them. So, no, probably tomorrow when I'm not looking for them, I'll probably find them. You know, and like earlier in the year, I started remembering things about my childhood life, you know, kind of thing. But although I started remembering about my childhood, I couldn't remember things about 2 or 3 weeks, a month, 2 months ago. You know, someone said to me, well, what did you do January the 3rd? I wouldn't fucking know. You know, I don't keep a diary. I wouldn't have known what I'd done January the 3rd or June the 3rd or July the 3rd or whatever. I just don't know. So, no. Hello, yeah, I know who you are. Yeah. Yeah. At least I think I know who you are. Oh, my fucking... I can't even click on the mouse because it's giving me bloody problems. I normally use my middle finger to, like, you know, click there on the mouse, but now I've got to stretch my first finger over to click on it. Because when I click on it, it's got to be that one, not that one. It operates on that one. Yeah, at least I think I know who you are. Got an idea who it is. But I could be wrong. I think, I'm not sure. You know what, I can't even... I have a comment from you on my last stream. 261 views last night.
Just not giving a shit about...
Oh, I know, yeah. I was talking about you last night, about tarot card reading. Yeah, I remember. I won't say who you are, but yeah, I did mention your name last night in a positive way. You'll have to hit me up on Facebook. We can have a little chat. If you're still on there. Yeah, I think I know who you are, and I've heard certain things, what's going on with you, and I can understand. So, yeah, you're doing well anyway, yeah. Hope you've been okay. Yeah, so that audio you just heard was Dave from last night's stream. I was just clicking on last night's stream. Yeah, 271 views on that last night. Yeah, I couldn't even remember your name last night. I was like, who is it? Who's the one who read me? And it was Panther, Roberta, who mentioned your name. And I didn't even see it. And Dave goes, well, Panther said the name a couple of times, Look at your fucking chat, Steve. So I'm having to scroll back. And yeah, she actually mentioned your name. I just couldn't think of your name. I don't know why. I think it's because, we've not spoken for a while. And when you don't talk to people for quite a long time, you do tend to forget names, don't you? Well, I do anyway. There's several people I've not talked to for a long time, and I can't remember their names. But some of them I do. There's probably a lot of names out there, a lot of people I spoke to a lot of times and can't remember their names. But then there's a lot of people I've only spoken to a few times and can remember the names. Like with Femforce. I know she used to be on my channel quite a few times, and I used to go on her channel a couple of times, yeah. Femforce left. I heard she did come back, but she left again because all the hate and the bullshit drama that kept going on. Her friend Jenny, I only knew for a couple of weeks, but I still remember her name. Jason, I still remember Jason, but sometimes I forget Jason's name. I can't even remember his fucking YouTube channel sometimes. I'm thinking, what's Jason's YouTube channel? And when I do remember it, I remember his YouTube channel, but suddenly forget his bloody name. Who else was there? The one who used to come on before we had a little bit of a problem with each other. What caused it off, I don't know. But old Baconhead, always called him Baconhead because he always kept going on about bacon. Oh God, what is his name? It's not John. James. Hey, in fact, no, I remember his name, James. I can't remember his surname or his channel name. Who else was there? Let me think of some people who used to come on here. You know what? I can't even think. There is a group that I'm not going to mention, and some of the people in that group. What else? Simon James. He doesn't do paranormal, but he still does hang out on Facebook sometimes. So I sometimes get his notifications. Like last night, I couldn't remember Tesson because she hadn't been on for quite a while. Tesson Nolita. Who else was there? There's so many people I can't even think of. Phil from Horselight Chronicles. After me and Femforce had done live streams on Phil's channel, someone that Phil knew got the arse with Femforce, and quite a bit of shit stirring went on, and I think Phil decided they'd remove all the videos. So there are videos which I was on, which I never downloaded, which was a shame because they were bloody good videos. But I have my couple of videos where I said my feelings about Horselight Chronicles, and I think there's two actually I've done on Horselight Chronicles actually. But I see you still doing stuff there. Who else can I remember? Oh God. There are people I can remember, but I'm not going to mention their names. I know Leslie and Jackie sometimes pop on when they feel like it. I don't think they come on much now because I think there's going to be a lot more shit and drama. But there ain't been no shit, drama or anything like that for quite a while, So why I don't come on here, I don't know, unless I'm sitting there on the sideline just watching sometimes. Who else? Who else can I think of? Albert, Susan, I know they're still around, and I see them on Facebook, and I might pop on and say hello time to time, but not that often. Will Astor, he comes on here sometimes. I've got to make an arrangement to have him on here one night, because I had promised him to do like an interview kind of thing with him. When that'll be, I'm not sure. Who else can I think of? There's a couple of guys in America. Black something paranormal. I can't remember the bloody YouTube channel here. But there's two brothers and a cousin, I think. It's not, Living Dead Paranormal. I'm not talking about them, but I remember them since I first started watching their bloody channel. Like 5 years ago with Living Dead Paranormal. But I think it's something black paranormal, and they used to sit outside on their property with bonfires. Not seen them for quite a while. I still subscribe to them, but I've never get any notifications from a lot of people, to be honest with you. I don't know why. Even with Dave, when he does live streams, I sometimes don't get notifications saying that he's live streaming, and I've got the notification bell ticked on his channel. Who else? I can't think. There's a lot of people. I can't think. Hello, Dave. I cut my finger today. Fucking really bad as well. I thought, should I go to the hospital? No, I ain't going to go to the hospital. Fuck that. It'd take me like 3/4 an hour to get to the hospital on public transport. And there'd probably be like 2 hour waiting. By the time that's all fucking been done, it'd probably stop bleeding. But I think, where I've cut it, it might need stitches. I don't know. So I've cut it right underneath the nail. And, a great big piece of skin is just flapping over. I think I can see the bone as well. But I just washed it, pushed it back, and cut the plasters on and wrapped it with tape, medical tape. That's going to be a problem with my bushcraft tomorrow, because I didn't go today. Didn't get too much sleep last night, so I stayed home and I just lazed around on the bed and kept dozing off every so often. Then I started doing a bit of cleaning up, sorting out my electronic box. Oh, fucking hell, I've got an headache now. I'm still trying to think of who else used to be on here. So many people that I used to talk to have suddenly gone offline now. There's that other Dave. I can't remember. He's on Facebook quite a lot. The one who wears a lot of black all the time, looks a bit like a fucking vampire. Well, actually, he does class himself as a vampire. I can't think what his bloody YouTube channel is now. But I don't think he does anything on YouTube. I think he's just mainly on Facebook most of the time. Although I've never met the guy, I used to watch Bobby G. Gallio, what his name is, a family investigating group. Him and his wife and his 2 daughters used to go out. Don't see them on YouTube much. And he's also a magician. Don't see them on YouTube much. Reason being, I think what happened with him is that he did not get his monetization, and I think he did not get his YouTube plaque, and he put a complaint in, and fucking YouTube decided restrict his account. So he didn't bother coming on much. Who else is there? That's it, Dave Woods. Dave Woods, yeah. Oh, fucking hell. Bloody head's playing up again now. I know he's still around because he sent me a message earlier. Is it Jonathan? What's his bloody handle? Paranormal Wales. He's still on. He does come on here a few times. He sent me a message a little while ago. Who else is there? Sarah Hilton. I know she still does a lot of live streams, but she don't really talk to me like she used to. Who else is there? Oh, there's so many people. I just can't think. There's so many people. I know Chris. Chris Powers was his bloody channel now. Northwest Paranormal, what it's called. He's still around. He still does ghost hunting on his own with his group, and he's contacted me a couple of times. Mark Davis, he's contacted me a few times. As I said, I'm not being rude, although we made up, and we're getting on okay, I don't really want to be on their channel. I don't want them on my channels. I'm not stopping them from coming on the side chat. Maybe later on, when things are still calmed down a bit more, then I'll get them on with a live stream or something here. And I'm not saying this, in any way causing drama, because Chris had actually said, where he had that near-death experience when he was having his heart issues sorted out, his heart operation. He said he did pass away, and he feels like life is too short for all this bullshit and hate, and he owns up for all his mistakes. And he said, look, we can sweep that behind us and just move on, and don't mean that we're going to be buddies again, but if we can just move on and possibly talk to each other, that'd be cool. I said, yeah, I've got no problem with that. We both made stupid mistakes. We both slagged each other off. So that's under the water now. And yeah, maybe I'll get them on the stream one day, Mark and Chris, both at the same time, if they're interested. I'll send them a message through Facebook. Because there is a few things I want to ask Mark about Cornwall, actually. I was watching a YouTube channel. I can't remember what one it was, but someone was talking about there's a building. I think it was on John's channel. What's his fucking channel? Not Paranormal Wales, the other John. That Dave goes on quite a few times. That John. He had someone on talking. I'm sure he had someone on his channel talking about a certain building in Wales, and apparently it leads into underground tunnels. Now, I think Mark said there is no underground tunnels in Cornwall. So I just want to try to find out if there is or isn't, kind of thing. Even Mark has actually asked me if ever I want to go down there again. I'll say that again. Mark had in the past offered, anytime I want to go down there, he'd be willing to take me around a couple of places. And he actually said that again this year after we sorted all our problems out. So I want to find out what is the best location to visit in Cornwall if I ever did go there. And and how easy it'd be to get like bed and breakfast, and you know how close it is to like public transport, the railway. So I ain't got to wait hours or travel hours to the next train station. So I'll probably try to get them on one night, maybe have a chat to them both. I'm not going to bring up any of the shit that we caused and had between us in the past. Just moving on, getting on, fresh start with each and every one of us. Who else I'm trying to think of? No, Rose, of course, like she's still having problems. And I just can't see why people keep flagging a channel and getting a channel like restricted. That's just like people being fucking childish. But I hope to get Rose on here again one night. You know what? I can't think. There's so many people. But a lot of people have gone down. A lot of people have gone down. They've left YouTube. Certain reasons. Some is down to illness. Some is down to like all the bullshit. Some is just like, moving on to a different social media group. Some have had life-changing kind of like things happening to their lives. But yeah. I'm going to have to look through my Facebook and see what people are in with Facebook who I know who had channels on YouTube and see if their channels are still up and see if I'm getting back on here. Well, that's what I mean, Dave. The other day, like when you was live streaming, I didn't know you was live streaming because I wasn't getting notifications. Are you streaming tonight, Dave? So if you are, let me know when, and I can close down, and I'll come over to your channel and watch you for a little while. Maybe I might get an invite. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, say no more. But tomorrow I might have Drew Paranormal on. Maybe I've got to send her a message tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Wednesday. I'll send her a message during the daytime and see if it's still on for her to come on. So I want to give her like a little mini interview, and if she's willing to give anyone a card reading, that'd be cool. So hopefully that'll be on Wednesday. Me and Dave's got to have a chat about doing a murder mystery unsolved case this week. Towards the end of the week, hopefully, we can have a chat. Well, if you're feeling weak, I'd it's up to you, but I'd fucking take a couple of nights off and get yourself better. Because, when you are sick, it does fucking drain you, man. I'll tell you, it really does drain you. No, I wasn't going to do one tonight, but I thought, fuck it, I've got to get the pain out of my brain. I've got to concentrate on something, because if I'm not concentrating, that is going to give me a lot of pain. And now I'm actually concentrating and talking about things. My mind's gone away from the pain, and I'm not feeling the pain at the moment yet. But I'm pretty sure it'll come back. But, I still can't remember what I've done with the fucking tapes from my printer. That's what made me trip over, because I was seeing if I had them in that drawer over there. So I was going to try to repair that drawer at the back sometime this week. And I thought, I'm sure I left them over there. And there's a box just right down near my bloody table at the bottom of my bed. Those tin cans, the coin cans, which are already been cut open. And the lid was kind of like lifted up. And I didn't realise, and as I tripped over, I went whoosh, right across the bloody thing. I'm surprised I didn't cut my whole finger off. I'll be running around like a fingerless chicken. Oh yeah, trying to super glue my finger back together. I don't know where that bloody tape's gone. It's not in here. I know it ain't, because I looked in here earlier for what's in here. There's batteries and batteries and more bloody batteries and more batteries and even more batteries and an empty battery pack. So I don't know what I've done with them tapes. I don't think I'll put them up here. Nope. Nope, not now. Not now. Not up there. I just don't know what I've done. I'm not going to order any more. I bought 3 packs, and that would have lasted me, you know, quite a while actually, because I don't do a lot of printing. But where they've bloody all gone, I don't know. I thought they might be up here somewhere in one of the little boxes, but nothing there. And I don't like throwing these little boxes away because I can use those for when I have to post stuff. And even that bloody thing oh, here it is. I was going to say, even that which I was supposed to send to Michael, I bloody lost today again. I only just found it. Oh, I don't know. Life is bloody shit when you keep losing things. I looked over here and I couldn't find it. I know they're not up there. Around here somewhere. Around here. Bloody bed didn't make properly today. I don't know why, but my bloody bed keeps sliding down when I'm sleeping. I must fish it quite a lot. But the thing is, it shouldn't slide around. No, that's ink. That's ink in there. That is cables. So it's not there. I thought that was it, but that's no ink cartridge. What's in here? No, that's sandpaper and a hacksaw. Sandpaper and hacksaw. No, I just don't know where it is. I don't think that's in that box up there. No, that's DVR cable. But I've been having problems with my bloody DVR again. One of my cables keep like disconnecting. I'll keep having to wobble the thing to get the camera back up and running. It ain't over here, and I know I didn't put it in the drawer behind me because all what's in there is some of my ghost hunting gear. Candles. Go put that somewhere, so I won't bloody trip over that and stick that somewhere. No, I don't know where the bloody things are gone. Just don't know. So I just buy stuff, put it down, and go and lose it within 5 minutes. What time is it? You can be fed in half hour. Not long fed you with your biscuits. No, I just don't know. I thought I might put it in the drawer down here, but I looked through that and it's not in there. Unless it's fallen down the back like it does sometimes. But sod it, and I'm going to start hunting for the tapes now. But I know I had one of the tapes out and I put it over here. And you know what? It's not even here. because I pulled all this out earlier. The other bloody radio, which I'm not fixed yet. I've been putting all my little portable radios over there, sorting that out. It's not completely tidy, but it's a little bit more tidier. There goes the soft drink. Causing me to belch again. No, I just don't know what I keep doing with stuff, man. Even if I put it somewhere, I think I know where it's going to be. When I go to get it, it's not there. It's disappeared. Just wondering if the spirit's like fucking moving things for me, getting me a bit arseholey. Let's piss Steve off tonight, shall we? We know that he's going to be looking for something. Let's piss him off. Let's make him not be able to find what he wants to find. Let's take it and put it through our little portal. Scissors, but it goes out of the way. Let's stick it through the portal so we can't find it, and we'll bring it back when he least expect to find it. So when I was in Mitcham, in temporary accommodation at Hall Place, I had a mobile phone, right? I had a couple of mobile phones, but one of them was a small LG one, I think it was, yeah. And I had one app from Danny Bigbeard on there, one particular app, needed to only work on a certain phone, my little small phone. It went missing, completely went missing. When I was doing a Ouija ball session, I said, "Where's it gone?" "Oh, we've taken it, we've hid it." "Well, why?" "Oh, we're just playing joke." And I believe it was the spirit from, what's that bloody big cemetery up London? There's a big cemetery over at London, which I believe this Stuart followed me home. Highgate. And they promised they'd return my radio if I do what they wanted me to do, and I was kind of like more open, I suppose, to the spirits and thought I could trust them, but nah, I never got my fucking phone back. So I told them once to fuck off, back to Highgate, and don't bother me again. It wasn't so much Stuart, it's his brother who came through, who apparently stole my phone. And I believe that spirits can take things. How they do it, I don't know, because there's been so many stories where people have said that they put things in a particular location where they know where it is, and it's gone the next minute. They believe it's their ghost, who's haunting their home. Here's a question for you. Who believes a spirit can actually take things and hide it from you? Tell me, yes or no. Do you believe a spirit can do that? Or is it where people just put things down like they normally do and forget where they put it? There's been many stories on the internet where people say that their house is haunted and, ghosts have taken things and hidden them or moved them to another location in the house when that person knows they never done it themselves. So who believes ghosts can actually hide things and steal things and move things about? Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. Because I never found my phone, and because I could never find it, and it's the only phone I could use on the Danny's app, which was the live EVP recorder software. I had to go and buy another fucking phone, brand new one. No, I believe they can do whatever they want. Here's like one of my planchettes. One of my favourite planchettes that disappeared. I've never been able to find it. And that's been missing for over a year now. And it always used to be on this table. Always. Not no more. Gone through all the drawers. I even stripped all through there once before. Should have made it a bit more tidier, but I didn't have the boxes, so I had to just cram it back in the way I pulled it out. And yeah, one of my planchettes has disappeared. I think one of my Ouija boards has disappeared as well, funny enough. So I had more Ouija boards up there than I normally had. There's one definitely missing. My dad's watch, which I had, what my mum gave me after he died, that disappeared after about a year of having it. So I think spirits can hide things if they wish to hide things, or they can like steal things. You know, if they can hide things and steal things, why can't they give you things? Why can't it be like, you know, on Poltergeist where, you know, the ceiling opened and all those fucking like gold watches and jewelry came flying down? That'd be cool. Hey Steve, that's some nice 24 carat gold watches. Yeah, there is a tin here with 100 grand in it. That'd be fucking nice. Here's a tin from the old pirate days. Open it up and find out what's in it. Fucking gold, diamonds, you know, silver, you know, rubies. God, that'd be fun. It's not behind the bed. It's all my Ouija boards up there on the wardrobe. I've never had any of my Ouija boards down here. They've always been up there. Always. No, I thought I lost my little round wooden one, but it was up there. Eventually found it. But I know there's definitely a Ouija board missing. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Song going from Mockingbird, that movie. That's what it sounded like. The Mockingbird movie, where she goes into the games. Oh, I just don't know where they are. I don't really start wanting to pull this out because the other two, which I put away, could be behind here somewhere. But I bought 3 tapes for my printer. 3 friggin' tapes, and all 3 had disappeared. And I know I want to put them in the drawer because I've got no room in the drawers on this side. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Well, what am I going to have for dinner tonight? I've got pork. I could cook pork and mushrooms and rice, but that takes a bit too long. Got 2 burgers, cheeseburgers in the fridge from the Poundland, so I'll probably end up eating those. You know, I'll have the 2 burgers, and then I'll also have maybe a chicken ham and cheese sandwich, maybe. Depending on how hungry I feel. I didn't eat much last night. All I ate last night was a couple of packets of crisps, half a packet of custard creams, and a slice of cheese. That's what I had yesterday. looking at all my electronics up there, man. I'm pretty sure I did put a note down here. I don't really want to start moving things around again. Got to try to get that working. That's the only decent one I've got working at the moment. Speakers. They're supposed to be up there, them speakers. No new speakers I haven't used yet. DVDs, old DVDs, which I've not watched yet. Some stamps. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know where they are. So tomorrow when I get home from my bushcrafting, I'll have to start having another little quick sort out, see if I can find them. And the way this radio keeps falling down, this is going to get broken pretty soon. All right, Angela. Yeah, I know. So I don't know what's going on with my lighting as well. My lighting keeps like kind of dimming out sometimes as well. If you notice, don't know what's causing that happening. And it's a brand new light bulb. When I look up at it, it makes my eyes go a bit blurry actually because it's quite bright. See what I mean? It kind of like dims and then goes back, dims and goes back. It ain't the light bulb; it's a brand new light bulb. I can't even find that book which I bought, the one Simon James had, where I was going to try and conjure up the spirit one night. So I was going to really consider about doing that. I do a bit of protection prayers and douse myself in holy water and sprinkle some salt on my head, and then like do a bit of conjuring, but I don't even know where that book's gone. And I don't normally have books in here. I've got some books down there, and I know it's not one of those books. The book I had for the conjuring was over there somewhere, and I ain't seen it for a long, long time. Now, some people say, I wouldn't do that, Steve. Don't conjure up spirits. You don't know what you're doing. Well, you know, we all have to take a chance in life, don't we? If I conjure up something negative and it calls me fucking nothing but shit, then I can't turn around and say I don't get that activity, can I? You know, it's like rocking and rolling, throwing things around and like, you know, beating me across the head and kicking my arse. And that's paranormal, isn't it? Gets it out, way out of control. Where I can always like get a priest round here and ask the priest to like bless the house and get rid of it properly. Just so I don't bring anything really negative and demonic. A lot of people probably might not like that, actually, saying, don't you do, Steve, you know, don't you dare do that, because if you do, I'm not coming back to your channel. Well, that's up to you, you know. But you can't really tell people what they can and can't do in their own home, for one. And two, you know, like, I know conjuring spirits up can be dangerous. But if you think about it, we're conjuring spirits up every day through a ghost box or an EVP or a pendulum or Ouija board. We're opening the spirit world up and conjuring spirits into our home anyway. So what's the difference when you're casting a spell or reading from a spell book? No different to me. Still conjuring spirits up. And if anything did happen, as I'll get a priest down here, and if he can't do that, I'll get Dave down here. I'll be like, hey Dave, I've got a demon here. You're the demonologist, get your ass down here, mate. Get rid of it, and I'll buy you a couple of cans of beer. Yeah, I say I'd do it, but I don't know, I've got to be kind of like a bit more healthier than I am, more in my right mind. Oh, let me go and feed this fucking cat. You cat, you're getting a pain in the goddamn arse. How many times I told you about your food on the floor? Stop making a mess with your food. Sometimes I really want to get rid of this cat, I tell you, man. I really do sometimes. There's more cat food on the fucking floor than in the bowl, right? She's either puking up in here or out there with her goddamn mothballs, or she's not getting her food down because her throat's covered with mothballs, where she's been washing herself so many times she gets all that hair stuck down her throat, yeah? And not only that, half the time she shits on the floor and not in the fucking dirt box. There's hairs here, there, and everywhere. I vacuumed yesterday, yeah, and my vacuum cleaner's got one of those see-through kind of like filter things, yeah, and it's about that big. The amount of cat hair what was in there was that much, 3/4 of fucking cat hair. Hello, Selena. No, she don't need a warmer. She needs a kick up the backside. I'll tell you that for one thing. Gets a pain in the arse, she does. One thing after another with her sometimes. No, I don't want to get rid of her. No, but what's that word I'm trying to think of, where it helps you with the stress and anxiety? Pediatrical or whatever it's called. I can't remember how you pronounce it. But I got her because someone said to me, well, if you get an animal, it helps you, you know, for your stress and depression. Like shit, does it? You give me more fucking stress and depression than you do. I should have got myself another hamster. Several years ago, I had up to like 16 hamsters, 16 cages, and that cost me a fucking bomb. And I thought, no way am I ever going to do that again. And if I did have a hamster and I didn't have I wouldn't find the hamster after time for it got out of the cage because there's so much junk in there, so many holes, gaps. Well, not holes, but gaps and hiding places that would come out. Even with my main hamster, Reggie, sometimes it sit on my shoulder. He always sit on my shoulder and suddenly he might jump off and go for a little walk around. And like, you know, sometimes you don't see him for a couple of hours. And like you put a little bit of food on the floor, and I'm sure he could like sense the food, and he'd come along. And this was when he was younger, yeah, because I had him for about 4 years, and hamsters are only supposed to survive about a year and a half, 2 years max. But my one, well, actually, it was more than 4 years. I think I had him for about 5 years. My Reggie, and the female one, Anna, she died before Reggie. She was about 4.5 years. But yeah, like he'd creep out, grab the food, and as I went grab him, he'd shoot back for where he came from. But then he'd come back out about half an hour later, and he'd be like underneath your chair, and you just pick him up, and that was it, kind of thing, you know. To use, I didn't click on WhatsApp, but yeah, like I bought the male hamster Reggie. Then I asked the vet if I was to buy a female, would he take the litter off me? And he said, yeah, guaranteed, you know, take your litter. So I bought female, which was Anna. Reggie was like brown, dark brown and white, while Anna was like a creamy kind of colour, yeah. So I bred them. She had a litter of like 6, I think it was, or 8. No, I think she had 8, but 2 died because I saw her eating one. So 6 survived, and you can't get rid of them for, you know, several weeks anyway. So I went down the vet shop one day, and I had all the babies with me. I said, I've got your babies, you want them? Oh, sorry, I can't have them now. I said, what do you mean? You promised me you'd have them. Oh, no, I just had a great big stock in. Well, you bastard. So I go and buy 6 more cages. So that left me with 8. And then one day my daughter took one of the babies out of one of the cages, and she's playing it for a little while. Then she put it back in the wrong cage. And guess what? They mated. And another 8 babies turned up. So, and the pet shop wouldn't take them off me. And you couldn't have them all, you know, like in the same cage, or they'd be like breeding like mice, you know. Mice breed 100 times a fucking year. And the amount of mice, you know, the babies they have, Christ. So then I'd buy another fucking 8 cages. And I'd like 16 cages on top of each other. Some of them I was able to get rid of. But when I was being evicted from the landlord, I still had 2 hamsters left. And I just printed that like a poster, and I put them around on the trees, and I asked the school if they wanted one, and they said, well, you should have to speak to the headmaster or the headmistress. So she took the pamphlet, and when I got home about an hour later, I got a phone call saying, yeah, we'll have them both. And I was hoping they're going to keep them both, you know, in their cages, but next to each other, because that's where they used to be for like over a year. And I took them round now. I said, oh, you have them both, you know, you're keeping them both here. He said, no, we're going to keep one and give one to another school. I thought, fucking hell. But I couldn't do anything about it. I had to let them go because I was being made homeless from my landlord, being kicked out. And I had to go into emergency shelter. Otherwise, I would have been on the street. I couldn't carry like 2 bloody hamsters around with me. So, but when I moved in here, people said, "No, you're stressed. Press get a cat, get a dog." Well, we weren't allowed dogs anyway. Yeah. When I asked about a cat, the housing association said, "Well, do you really need one? We don't really like people having animals in their house." I said, "Well, it's supposed to help with my my mental health, my illness." She goes, "Well, only get one if you need one." So I thought about it for a couple of months, and I decided, maybe. And I was talking to the neighbour, and she said her cats just had kittens. And I said, "Well, I'm only thinking about it, but I'll let you know." And that night, when she came down and told me she's got a couple, one for get rid of, I went up there later in the evening. I said, I'll have that one. Which I bloody never, because it's been a pain in the fucking ass for 5 years. Little pain. 5 years, pain in the backside. First night, I don't know how she done it right. The first night I had her, I put her in the hallway. She had a cardboard box, right? And she had a bowl of water or milk. I think it might be milk. I don't know what she had, but she had some food out there, yeah. She was in the box. The door was closed. I'm in bed. And all of a sudden, how she'd done it was like a miracle. She jumped. She hit the handle on the door and opened the door. She came in, ran in, and jumped on the bed and scared the shit out of me. So I got hold of her. I put her back out in the hallway, and I had to put something against the door so she wouldn't jump up and hit the handle and come back in again. And then after that time, I decided, you know what? So she don't keep doing that, I'm going to get myself a bolt. And I'll put a bolt on my door. And you see up there, that bolt has been up there for 5 years. I'm not saying that she's been able to, kind of jump and get back in here, but for 3 months, she kept trying to jump up and getting in the bedroom. Until she learned that she can't come in here. Oh, fucking finger started hurting again. Oh, pain, agony, pain, agony, pain, agony. It's getting darker a little bit earlier now, isn't it? 9:30. Couple of weeks ago, it wasn't getting dark till 10 o'clock. 9:30 and it's pitch black out there. I don't know. I don't even think I'm going to get to spend the night over at my bushcraft, to be honest with you, this year, because it's just... I thought that fucking moved just then. That can't move because that's a big heavy box full of circuit boards. I got a box on a table in the balcony, and I've got 2 big kind of like metal round cylinder kind of like objects to hold the actual lid down on this big box, right? And just now I thought I saw the box move, and it can't move because it's like full of circuit boards. It's got these 2 big like round metal objects on it to weigh the box lid down. And just picking the box up is quite heavy. I'm talking about 15 kilos of circuit boards in there, and I'm sure that just moved on its own then. Could just be my imagination, but it's like that, and it looked like it went like that. Probably the mind playing tricks like it normally does. So I sliced my finger today, tripped over, hit the money tin, which I used to save me coins up with. And when I need the coins, I like to like open it up, can opener. And I was supposed to have got rid of them and bought some new ones, but now, they're going to be in the windsill, they're going to be out of the way. And I had them on the bed and I tripped over, flew across the bed, and the metal, thin piece of metal where the tin was cut open was sticking out, and I just went baby flesh skin hanging off. And I'm sure I could see me bone on my finger. I thought I might have to go to the hospital, but I thought, nah, fuck it. I'll just let it heal itself. The skin will go back in, and after a few days, it'll stick back together and heal probably. Just got to make sure I don't get infected. So I'll go to my bushcraft tomorrow. I'm definitely going to have to wear a glove on this. Fuck, that hurt. Ow, that fucking hurt then. Like a twinge. Definitely going to have to wear a glove on this hand tomorrow. So I'm going to be possibly moving a lot of wood. So I've got to put a big tarp on top. A tarp at the side of me little cabin shelter that I've built on a pony farm. It's got some a little bit of woodland there where the owner gave me permission to build my shelter, because I used to do a lot of milk detecting up there. When I asked him, I said, I've been getting a lot of shitty weather. I can't be up here in the shitty weather. Can I have permission to build myself a shelter? He said, yeah, knock yourself out. And last time I went up there, I opened the door, and as I got in, I didn't even realise until I banged my head on one of the kind of pillars, the wooden branches had snapped, and several parts of the roof had caved in. So I had to redo all that last time. If that hadn't happened, then I would have probably completed my shelter by now. But no, I've got 2 more jobs on it now. Got to redo the roof again for the 5th time. Take all the twigs and branches and all that kind of stuff off where the tarps are. I've got 5 tarps on the roof, small ones. I'm going to leave them there. I'm going to put a bigger tarp on top, put all the crap back on, and then I've got to move all the loose stuff at the back of the wall. I'm not going to mud fill it like I've done with the other walls. I'm just going to leave that as it is. Put a great big tarp down there. So I'm going to tarp at the back, and then the roof one will probably hopefully be big enough so it's leaning over. And then once I've done that, I can put all the crap back on the back wall. But I think it's going to start getting dark early again there, so I don't think I'll be going up there and spending time up there overnight when it's getting dark early. If it wasn't getting dark till about 11 o'clock at night, then I'd definitely stay up there. But it's getting darker early again now, isn't it? What time does it get light in the morning? 6 o'clock. Fuck, am I going to be sitting in there from 9 o'clock till 6 o'clock? That's 7 hours in the dark. I'll be freaked out, man, I tell you. I could probably start there if it's where we had 4, maybe 5 hours of light, darkness. But, when it's getting dark early again and talking about 7 hours, 8 hours, nah, I don't think I'll be able to do that. I'll have to wait until next year and do it, I think. So I'm going to try to do a live stream up there tomorrow as well, maybe. The only thing is it'll probably be live streamed on this channel, not on my bushcraft channel, because I can't somehow log on to my bushcraft channel on my mobile. So you might see me doing a little live stream in the morning. But I still got to be like doing my normal video. Got to take the memory card out of the wildlife cam up there and bring home with me. Swap that over. Put some fresh batteries in there. But I'm not planning to do too much tomorrow. I might just do the roof. And that'll be it. Do the back wall next time. So I'm gonna, pressure myself and make my fucking hand hurt even more with my finger. But that is bloody sore. I tell you, that is sore. Oh, let's see what's going in chat. I ain't gonna do ghost boxes tonight though, Lita. Sorry to be like that, but I can't be bothered to do ghost boxes tonight. I can't, I can't even think what fucking day it is. It's Tuesday, Monday today, isn't it? Yeah, Monday. I might do a session tomorrow night. I don't know yet. But Wednesday I've got Drew Paranormal coming on for an interview, maybe, if she's still up for it. John Legacy Paranormal was supposed to be getting in touch with me and doing a live stream with me, talking about, paranormal gear, but he hasn't done that. So I'm not looking, I'm not too worried about that, to be honest with you. I ain't gonna do a stream one night with some of my gear out, showing what gear I've got and what I think is good gear to use and what gear is completely crap. Oh dear. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to go in about 15 minutes so I can go and get some dinner. I'll have to cook my 2 beef burgers, I think, for tonight. So if I get out tomorrow, and I don't get, lazy around in bed and ignore the alarm, although I've only got a little bit to do, I'm not planning to do both sides. I might if I feel like it, but if I only feel like doing a little bit tomorrow, I'll most probably just do the roof and do the back next time I'm up there. Now, I've not been up there for 2 weeks actually, and on my camera, on my wildlife camera, I had a visitor right outside my shelter. One of the bloody ponies, weren't it? Chomping away. And I've got like rope going round like a little corral. And there is a gap where we can actually go in and out that way, but this little bloody pony, he's actually like lifting the rope up with his head and going under the rope and going back in and out, back in and out. Because there's like, plants there he can eat. Thinking, you little bugger. So I'm going to be adding a bit more string there tomorrow. Just try to keep the little buggers out. But, as I say, it depends on how I feel tomorrow and if my fingers hurting or not. I'll probably just do the roof again, put the big tarp on top. And if I feel like doing it afterwards, I might do the back wall swell. All I'll do is pull that crap off, put the tarp down, tie it down, and then put all the crap back up to secure it. Now, if I go up there early, sometimes I go up there for about 8 o'clock in the morning, so I'll leave here about 7 o'clock. It takes about an hour to go up there, depending on traffic. Now, while I'm up there about 8 o'clock, the first thing I do is unlock my door, my shelter door, drop them in my backpack, and I get the firewood and I make a fire and I make myself a cup of coffee. And then once I drink my coffee, then I decide what I'm going to do. And I'm just hoping that the roof is still intact and not fallen down like last time. Even though I've got to take, part of the roof off again to lay the bigger tarp, I'm just hoping that, what I've done has made it a bit more secure. So I want to try to do a little bit of live stream on that tomorrow, but it's going to be difficult for me to actually do a live stream with my mobile phone in the hand when I'm on my homemade ladder climbing up and pulling all the wood down again. So I don't know if I will do a live stream. And if I think about it, I want to take a container with me so I can do a bit of blackberry picking. So blackberries are out now. And when I met up with Jamie Boy a few years ago, about 3 years ago I think it was, I was actually doing blackberry picking while I was going up to Hackbridge. And I stuffed myself with about 200 blackberries and, bloated myself out. And I bought a drink bottle full of blackberries home with me, filled them up, and I washed the blackberries, make sure there weren't no bugs or maggots or flies on them. And then I just got the blackberries and pulped them down and made myself blackberry juice. So I'm hoping to, if I remember, take a container up with me tomorrow and pick some blackberries if there's any around. But if not, then on Wednesday, after the postman's been, I might nip up to Poddards Hill. There's a field up there, and that's usually surrounded with blackberry bushes. So I might go up there and get some Wednesday if I can't find any tomorrow. Might make some blackberry ice cubes. Oh, that'd be nice, wouldn't it, eh? Blackberry ice cubes. Never made them. All you got to do is, as I say, squeeze the juice out of the blackberries, throw the stalk and the pips away, keep all the fluid, and then just pour them into ice cube molds and stick it in the freezer. And if you've got any blackberry juice left over, you can dilute it to make just normal blackberry juice drink, and then put the ice cubes in. That'd be an idea, won't it, eh? That'd be nice. Yeah. Good night, Les. Good night, Gail. Catch you later, yeah? Take it easy. Don't make yourself a stranger. So, when I was making my bushcraft, I wasn't doing the paranormal because I didn't feel like I had it in my heart to do any paranormal because I was still going through a lot of shit as it was, And I don't want to be sitting indoors all the time. And I didn't fancy doing a lot of milk detecting. My magnet, I used to do magnet fishing, it's got a great big crack along the magnet, so it's kind of weakened the magnet. And I don't even know where that is actually, to be honest with you. So I just went up there one day without my milk detector, and I was just walking around, and I spoke to my landowner, and I said, look, is there any chance I can build myself a shelter? I said, as you can see, it's been raining a hell of a lot, and it's interfering with the ground, and I'm not getting as many hits on the milk detector. So, I'm only going to come up here on drier days. But I'm thinking about giving milk detecting a little bit of a knock on the head for a little while. But I would like to build a shelter if I could. So when I am up here milk detecting, if it decides to like open up, and start pouring down, I've got a little shelter I can go to and like, make myself a cup of coffee and, wait off the rain, kind of thing. So yeah, no worry, mate. Knock yourself out. Feel free to do anything on here. This land is, although it's my land, I allow you to do whatever you want on my land. I said, well, really appreciate that. Really grateful. And I said, how about fires? Can I make a little fire, like a little campfire or something to boil a kettle? He goes, Steve, do what you like, mate. I can trust you. Do what you want to do. He goes, you want to cut trees down? Cut trees down. No, I didn't actually cut anything down, but he wanted to cut some down himself. And we walked around and he said, well, no, they need cutting down. Just show me what ones you want. And I was actually like selecting the deadwood ones where there weren't hardly any like leaves and foliage on. So he was cutting him down for me. Then one day I went up and I thought, there's not a lot of those trip weeds around. And the reason why it weren't, because he actually went along with one of those skimmers along the pathway and he's skimming those bloody brambles that go across the pathways and you end up tripping over them and end up breaking your neck. So he done that for me, which I didn't even realise he had done until he told me. There's two places where I had to go, when I need to go to the loo. So, I don't think he knows about that. Standing up with a tree and having a quick pee, yeah, but when you need number two, you've got to go somewhere else. And like, I had to go round the back of one of the actual horse ponies, kind of like shelters, which was like, covered in like bramble and, tree stumps and bushes. And that one I was using quite a lot. But then, there was a pathway on the other side, which is on the public woodland pathway, which people could walk past. If you made a little bit of noise, all they'd do was turn around, they would have seen you. So I had to find another location, and the one I found was probably about 20 feet away from my bloody shelter. So I use that sometimes. But I try to go, a number two before I even go out. They still sometimes end up needing to go. So what I used to do, I used to sometimes burn the toilet paper afterwards. Make sure it like extinguishes when you're doing a pee across it. But if you knew it was going to rain, then you just left it and let the rain soak through it, and then it just like decays, don't it? I'll tell you, it's been good up there though. Bloody been good up there. Although I wasn't doing the paranormal as much, and I was, really concentrating on building my shelter, I made it a little bit bigger, because like when I was doing the three walls, when I was doing the front wall, I realised that there's that much of a gap difference between wall 3 and wall 2. Because wall 1 was the back wall, which I started off with. I've done the back wall, then I made like a bench bed, and there's bits on the bench bed where I can pull up and store my axe and saws and knives and like string and other bits and pieces. And I just put the wood back down to make it look like it's all nailed down kind of thing, when it isn't. So I made a bed bench, and then like I started on wall 2, which was this side, the left side. Then after doing that one, I've done wall 3, which was the right side. And when I've done that, there's a load of gaps. You can see all the gaps and everything here. But then
while I was doing wall 3, I wanted to make myself like a gap so I can make myself like a little fireplace there, which I did do. And when I started to make wall 4, which was the front wall with the doorway, I noticed that it was going to be out of shape, and it's like that much difference between wall 2 and 3. So I had to extend wall 2 and rebuild that a bit more. Then when I made the door was so heavy, it just kept like leaning over, and it kept falling. You know, it looked like it was going to fall down. Then I started mud packing it, all the walls. The only one that I've not mud packed is wall 4, wall 1, the back wall, because there's just too many fucking gaps and holes there. But with wall 2 and 3 and the front wall, I used mud, sand. The mud, you know, just got off the land. There's a really big oak tree where I found some really nice like soil, so I used that. So soil, sand, I took up from here. I took up cement, and I mixed it all together, and I made my own kind of like mixture kind of thing. And I've mud packed all the walls, the side wall, 2 side walls and the front wall. And I even done the door, but the door just kept like leaning over. And before I used sand and cement, I've done the front wall just with like mud and hay, and the mud just kept falling off all the time. So I thought, well, I've got some cement here and I've got sand here, so I was going to build myself a little furnace for when I was doing like me lead melting for me fishing weights. So I started taking that up in kilos, and I started mixing the mud, the sand, the cement, and hay all together, just like, you know, the primitives done in the olden days. Although they didn't have cement, but they did have like mud, gravel, and hay, and that's how they used to like make their walls. So I just went around filling all the gaps up. It's turned out okay, actually. You know, I've got one window on the right side of the wall. I've got another window on the left side of the wall. So I've got, you know, a bit of an open view from both sides. I did have like a big gap at the back top, at the back wall, but I covered that up. And I've redone the door, but I need to redo the door again because it's still not the way I want it to be done. But it's okay for what I need at the moment. And, you know, I've not eaten, you know, I used to have a lot of barbecues when I was with my ex-wife. Yeah, she always had barbecues every year, well, every weekend. But after, like, you know, her walking out and, you know, me being made homeless and, you know, divorcing and all that kind of shit, yeah. Since I started, like, building my shelter, I fucking taking meat up there and barbecuing. And I really enjoyed doing it, you know, going up there and making barbecue. You know, pork barbecue, chicken strip barbecue. I took like a tin of sausages up and barbecued those. I still got a tin of sausages up there, actually, would you believe, which I've not opened yet. And they're just like those, what they called like hot dog sausages. And all I do is I kind of like put a score on them, and I put them through a barbecue stick, and I just slap them on the fire. Not actually directly on the fire. I've got like one of those metal kind of like things, you know, kind of I can't think what they're called, but I've got something where I can put my meat on, and I'll just sit there, you know, cooking away the old barbecue, and I'll also, you know, make me coffee up there. It's like a little kind of domain, you could say. Like, what's the other word I'm trying to think of? It's just like, you know, I never thought I was going to build one. You know, it's just that, you know, because all the shit was going on, I was so stressed out and, you know, depressed and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I didn't want to do the paranormal because I didn't think, you know, I was going to get anything. You know, I knew it was going to take a long time for me to get, you know, anything back here. And it still is taking time for spirits to come back. I know they're talking to me through the ghost box, but I'm not getting as much paranormal as we did, you know, years ago. So I thought, you know, it's just going to be like something I wanted to do. You know, I saw it on YouTube one day, and I thought, wow, that looks interesting. Someone building a shelter, and I just started watching videos like that for like 4 or 5 months, and I thought, you know what, I'm not doing the paranormal. I'm not. You know, I'm sitting indoors moping all day. I've got nothing to do. Well, I had plenty to do. Just you know, when you're going through the stress and depression, you don't want to do nothing, can you? And I thought, you know what, I'll ask my landowner if I can build one. And when he said, yeah, I fucking like, I built it. You know, if you don't know my other channel, it's Steve's Bushcrafting, yeah. It might be under Steve's Bushcrafting Camping. But it's like a little domain, you know. I can go up there anytime I want, be out of here, away from the noise, away from the sound of the traffic, away from the noise of upstairs when they're banging around, the kids are screaming. And it's like a little sanctuary, you know. I can just go up there and just chill out and make a cup of coffee and, you know, just do a little bit of work if it needs doing. I can always like nip over and speak to the landowner. You know, he's asking me most of the time, do you want a cup of tea, Steve? I say, no, I don't drink tea. I said, I've got a drink anyway, coffee. And a couple of times he's come over and, you know, I said, sit down, mate, have a cup of coffee. All right then. You got a cup? Yeah, I've got a spare cup. Well, I've got one there if I need to go and get it. I said, no, I've got a spare one. And I, you know, sometimes make a cup of coffee for him and we just sit there and a little bit of a chat. You know, he's asking me if I've seen the deers yet, you know, because there's supposed to be deers that go over there sometimes each year, which I've not seen. Pheasants, you know, I've seen a couple of pheasants over there. I've not seen no foxes over there because the foxes only just come out of hibernation. So I won't be surprised if I see a few foxes around. But these ponies are a bit of a pain in the arse. They keep coming around time to time and leaving a nice little surprise on my little footpath. Nice, great big dollop of horse manure. So I have to get rid of that, you know. Save me like walking and getting shit on my feet all the time. But yeah, you know, it's pretty good up there, you know. I'll probably start, you know, once I've finished it, I'm going to start milk detecting back up there again. So it ain't just on, like, you know, Ron's land. I've got permission to do on Tom, which is on the border of Ron's. And then at the bottom, there's another couple of acres of field there. I don't know who the owner is, but I spoke to Tom and Tom said, yeah, just knock yourself out. They're going to be okay with it. But I've not done that bit of land yet. I've not even done any on Tom's land at the moment, to be honest with you. I spent more time on Ron's doing milk detecting on there, and I found like several horseshoes. I found like a load of old King George and Victoria coins. I found a couple of silver sixpences. You know, a lot of other kind of junk which I've had to dispose of. But yeah, it's pretty good up there, you know. And I only found his land by accident. I was driving around one day and, like, you know, got lost in a woodland and ended up around near his area. And, you know, I walked up to him and said, yeah, mate, you know, is there any chance I can milk detect on your land? You know, so funny enough, I had a detector here before, but he died. I thought, really? He goes, yeah. I said, did he find much? Oh, yeah, he found a few things. So I said, I was just wondering if I can get permission for me to do it. And he said, yeah, can't see why not. And we've got on like, you know, quite well with each other actually. Well, I don't see him every single day I'm up there. You know, sometimes he might pop over if he can see the smoke or hear me hammering away. He'll come home and say, "Oh, hello, Steve, where you been the last couple of weeks?" And a few weeks ago, he actually come up to me and goes, "Oh, where you been? I got a bit worried about you." I said, "You don't have to worry about me, mate." I said, "I just ain't been up here so much because of, you know, the lockdown and shit like that, you know, kind of thing." Oh, right, okay. But we'll have like, you know, a 10, 15-minute chat. Then he gets on with his work and I just carry on what I'm doing. I've always offered him to help out, you know, if he needs any help. But, you know, he doesn't take my offer up, you know, because he's got his wife, his daughters that go up there and help him out. You know, I was talking about getting a bale of hay one day. I said I could use it for me shelter. I said, "Is there any chance you get us one and I'll pay for it?" He goes, "Yeah." So he'd done that one day. I was up there and he suddenly come walking up and he's got this wheelbarrow with fucking one of these great big hay bales. Oh, thanks, mate. I said, "How much is that?" He goes, £4. So I gave him a £5. I said, "Keep the quid, mate." You know, he goes, "No," you know, petrol money. He goes, "I had to buy him anyway." You know, I said, "You know, no, just, you know." So it was only a quid, but, you know, I have taken up like animal food for his horses, like apple, carrots. I took up some dog treats. I took up some bird seed for his chickens and his pigeons and stuff like that, which I'm going to do again this month. Because, you know, he's been a great fucking guy. You know, if someone gives you something, you can always, like, you know, give them something back in return. And that's how you kind of like keep your friendship. Well, I don't want to be doing anything bad and getting kicked off the fucking property and ending up one day and, you know, seeing my shelter being knocked down completely, smashed down. So it's taken me like 29 episodes. That's 29 weeks. How many weeks is that? 4, 8, about 6 months, and I've still not finished it yet. All right, let's see what's going on chat. Hello, Panther. Hello, Shrimp Shack. Hello, Jeff. Dude, spider. Can't see one. Probably disappeared. I don't like spiders. I found a big one in my bathroom about a week ago. You know, that bloody big. I went to try to grab it and it kind of went round the back of the faucet of the bathroom sink. I thought, I ain't gonna fucking like hunt around for that bloody thing. And I don't know where it went. And you're like, I thought my door just moved in. So, you know, when I'm opening it, could have came in and like fucking made a nest in here. And talk about spiders. Where my shelter is, in the corner, there's a great big spider web there, yeah? And you see all these fucking eggs, probably about 150, 200 eggs. And I thought, nope, that's not going to happen. So I got a stick, wrapped it all around, got all the eggs out, and threw it to one side, outside. I thought, no way. And I bet it's back there again. I bet there's going to be more spiders and more fucking webs and more bloody eggs and whatnot. You know, I've got like some spray and powder for like, you know, getting rid of ants and slugs. I saw somewhere when I was doing a bit of a scavenger hunt walking around the other week, I saw that you can get this kind of like, it looks like a lantern, a bit like this in one way, but it actually attracts flies. And whatever it is inside, it had that many flies. Yeah, there was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of flies, and they put it outside the bin, near the bins. So the flies won't get in the bins and start laying eggs and laying, you know, getting maggots. So I want to get one of those.
But how you would stop spiders getting in, I don't know. I don't fancy going up there one night, sleeping overnight, and fucking find a great big spider crawling across my face. No way. That would freak me out. That definitely freak me out. And I'll tell you the reason why I don't like spiders. When I was like a really, really young kid, we used to live in Dartford, Temple Hill. We'd all been out to my nan's, I think it was, and we're coming home, and my dad opened the door, and I put my hand around the corner to turn the light on, and I felt something run across my hand. I screamed out, and I was only about 6 years old. And my old man goes, what you on about? What's the matter? What's the matter? I said, something just went across my hand. He goes, that was silly. I said, no, something went across my hand. Anyway, turned the light on, and I swear there was a spider about that fucking big. My dad chased it around and grabbed him, threw it outside. I said, I told you there ain't in here. And since them days, talking 6 years old, that's like 50 years ago, and I still remember it, as if it was yesterday. Which is weird because, as I said earlier, I can't even remember half my fucking childhood life. But that one, it's been stuck in my head all the time, and I just don't like spiders. Earwigs, those little fucking earwigs, I hate. If I see one of those, they get crushed straight away. So, another time when I was younger, in my early teens, my sister was going out with a guy who was in the Merchant Navy, right? He was in the Merchant Navy, and his ship was based in Gravesend. And he said to me, do you want to come and see my ship one day? I said, yeah, fine, And he used to be a biker. And anyway, he came and picked me up one day, jumped on the back of his bike, put the helmet on. He's fucking speeding down the A2 going to Gravesend, and a couple of times I thought I'd done fall off that bike. I was like fucking holding on really solid, and got all the way down there. I couldn't go on the boat, but you could see it. Nice fucking ship, USS or whatever it was. Because some of the British were, on American ships. And I think it was a MHS one, actually, not a USS one. Her Majesty, Royal, whatever it's fucking called. But there's some ships out on the river. And he goes, you want to, stay the night? I said, yeah, okay. Just let my mum know. So, he had a spare room. And I'm laying there one night, and I felt something tickling my ear. So I just went like that, and I could feel something moving. And I kind of put my hand in, and I grabbed it out. And I got up and turned the light on. This fucking earwig creeping in my ear hole. And I kind of went, hey, you bastard! And he heard me. He goes, what's the matter? I said, I just fucking had an earwig creeping in my ear. And if I, felt it, it would have gone in. And I found out later that if an earwig gets into your ear and gets into your brain and starts chewing your brain away, you can fucking seem to be insane. That's what I heard about it anyway. So earwigs, anytime I see an earwig, that's dead. It'll be flattened. So earwigs and spiders I don't like. Pest. Oh, right, pest repellent. Oh, I've got some pest repellent here, but I don't know if it actually kills spiders. I know it kills ants, slugs, mosquitoes. So I've got some like pellets, which might probably kill mice. But I'm not sure about spiders. Cockroach and ants and mosquitoes apparently it kills. It's like a fine powder kind of stuff. But you got to be careful with that powder stuff. You start breathing in, it can do your health some fucking damage, So but I want to get some of that spray stuff, which you can just spray around, spray it all on the wood, and hopefully that will get rid of any bugs that might be crawling around during the evening if I spend a night there. But, you know, I really want to spend a night there, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do it this year now. Now I saw a fucking shadow in the hallway. I tell you, I don't know if I'm going fucking crazy or if I'm just seeing things, man. See, the hallway, I've got 2 cameras here. One you see all the way down the hallway where the cat usually goes on a scratch frame. Then I've got the other one facing up this way. Now, I saw a shadow go past the one which is facing up this way, which is just directly underneath, or I should say directly above the cat scratch frame, but it's quite high. I would have seen it on both cameras, but I only saw it on one camera. Unless I'm imagining it. I don't know. Well, it's 20 past 10 nearly. I'm going to give it about another 10 minutes and I'm going to go cook myself my hamburgers, eat those. Probably watch a quick movie or some YouTube videos, and then I'm going to go to bed and hopefully get up in time to go to my bushcraft. So I was going to go today, but because I didn't get to sleep till late this morning again. You know, I thought I was only going to get about 4 hours sleep, and I knew I was going to be dead tired. I wouldn't want to go up there and, you know, start mucking around on a shelter when I'm dead tired. So I decided, nah, I'll leave it until tomorrow and just laid around in bed today, which I did do till about 2 o'clock. And then I got up and I started going through my electronics again. Lazy fucker. Right, lazy little fuck. She don't go on her windowsill anymore. She's underneath the chair. And yesterday I pulled that chair up here, and the amount of hair underneath that chair, I reckon I could have knitted a pair of gloves out of it. I had to get a pair of scissors and, like, you know, scrape the hair because it was all stuck to the carpet where she's been laying there so much, and all the hair's been like falling off. As I say, my vacuum cleaner's got one of those see-through bin things, and when I went to empty it, it was like 3/4 full of cat hair. Three-quarters full of cat hair. No, I don't know. I think a lot of people are stressed out with things that we can and can't do at this time, right now. No. Because they are saying, you know, possibly a second wave and a second lockdown. Fuck that, I can't survive a second lockdown. I'd rather have to take a chance and risk going out and not getting caught and having a fine. You know, because even the government reckons, like, you know, people with mental health issues have it a lot more difficult than, you know, people who go out and work, you know, kind of thing. And that's what the gov says. Well, no, I ain't gonna fucking stay in. What am I gonna do? Have a police officer fucking follow me all the time? No, I ain't gonna do. Police got more better things to be doing than following people around. I know, like, a fine is supposed to be like £60 for the first time, but if you pay within 14 days, they cut in half to 30. I was watching E-Waste earlier, yeah, guy in Australia who goes around collecting, like, you know, electronics, computers and stuff like that, and he strips them and sells them, to make money. That's his living. That's his, not so much his hobby-based business. He was saying, like, at the present time, I think, it's an older video. It's probably about 5-6 weeks old. But he was saying, in Australia, if the police stops you while on lockdown, it's a $1,600 fine if you've got no proper excuse for being out. And then not only that, it's an extra $200 on top if you're not wearing a mask. So $1,800 fine. How many people got fined here in the UK because they broke the rules and regulations of social distancing when they was all going down to the beach? How many paid the fine? How many got fined? So a lot of the beaches are empty again now, aren't they? They're closing them down. But not all of them. There's still beaches out there which are still getting a lot of people going down there on these hot weathers, these hot sunny days. Right, anyway, I'm going to shoot off because I'm hungry. I'm going to go and cook my 2 burgers, eat those. See yous on YouTube, if anyone. Chris is on. Northwest Ghost Adventures is doing a live at the moment at the Weir Mill. There's a few other channels that are not up but have uploaded, like Paranormal Truth, have actual uploaded Pendle Hill destroyed us. Police showed up. Police showed up when they was doing Pendle Hill. Rose put a couple of videos up, uploads. What else is there? The Paralogics uploaded Demons in Ohio State Reformatory. DQ Paranormal Talk is having a massive talk. The Book of Frank has said good day. Don't know what he's on about, but the Ice Dragon Lady has uploaded a video. Wilderness Life Food, which is one of those videos I like watching, wilderness out in the wilderness, cooking unusual food. Epic Paranormal did a live. Is my hotel room haunted hotel getaway session. Yeah, so there's a lot more new video content up, but I won't be watching content on here. I'll be watching content on another channel. Well, I might watch some TV, see what's on TV. Pay me license, I'm not even watching TV. So I need to watch a bit of TV to make up for the license I'm paying for. But yeah, I'm definitely going to go now because I really am hungry. So I'll if I am out tomorrow, there will be hopefully a video of what I've done tomorrow at the bushcrafting. That'll be on my bushcraft channel. I can find the bloody link. So that's the bushcraft one. Bye bye, faking ghosts. Thank you for coming on and showing your support and, viewing my channel. That's an extra for you. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, so the last one was 2 weeks ago. I don't get many views on that channel because it's kind of like still newish, I suppose. You can see I had a guest there, a visitor. Although I wasn't there at the time, that was on the wildlife cam, which was up there for 2 weeks. I had a visitor when I was away, which was one of the ponies. So tomorrow when I'm up there, I'll be doing a video. And when I get home, I'll try to get the video uploaded by tomorrow night. And then I will be back here Wednesday night with Drew Paranormal, hopefully. So, yeah, I'm off before all the haters come on. Catch you later, all. Have a good night. Feel better days. See you soon. Bye all.